Good morning, everyone. Very tired today. It's been a wonderful day yesterday, hiking on Buk Hassan National Park, and today I'm literally devastated. I'm still walking. I'm still walking around because I want to discover as much as I can of Seoul, but I, to be honest, I would have loved stay on bed, but you know, I believe I can do it, and I believe I can fly. So here we are. Here we are. I just stopped in in a forest in Seoul, and where you can find the tower, the very ugly tower called Namsan Tower. So I do believe the area with the forest, the Namsan Forest, I guess. The tower is ugly. It's ugly as shit, as was ugly the Auckland Sky Tower. It actually looks the same shit. So, I mean, you have a beautiful forest in the middle of the city, and what you do, you build a fucking shit tower that looks like a needle. Anyway, so I'm not here to complain as much as I would love, but the video is about like a vision I had during meditation a few weeks ago while I was staying at Just Be Templestay. I am now somewhere else because before, well, initially my initial plan was to stay in a temple. I wanted to stay and live with monks because I wanted to understand more about Buddhism. I'm not Buddhist myself, most of my beliefs are, so that's why I wanted to deepen the understanding of like Buddhism. And but initially I couldn't find anything. I applied many temples. I mean, I emailed many temples, but no one would take foreigners. So and then I looked somewhere else. So I found this language cafe for a couple of weeks, where basically the Korean that wants to practice English for fun or for work or for hobby, they meet foreigners, English speakers, foreigners, so they can practice, they can talk, listening. We can help them, with grammar and yeah, no, it's a great experience. But I did already confirm, so I didn't want to cancel. I didn't feel it right. But honestly, I would have loved to stay at Just Be Templestay because it's been such a wonderful experience, and I was feeling so much in peace over there. Waking up in the morning early, meditation, a very peaceful environment. So it was wonderful, but it's life. And where I am now is still an interesting experience. So I can't complain. I can't complain. I can't complain. So, but that what happened? It happened at Just Be. So I was doing meditation, and I went quite deep in it, and like I just popped out from the darkness of my eyes closed. So like the eye lasted for a few seconds, and then it was gone. And I think it did come back one more time, and then was gone. So after I finished with my meditation, I done some research because I wanted to understand what like a vision of an eye means. So and the there was some explanation. The most common is that basically for people that believes that we have a third eye just here in the forehead, that means that there is an awakening of that third eye. So with an awakening of your third eye means that you start to develop or your psychic gift. That can be anything from clairvoyance to fortune telling to healing, and so the other interpretations was that is a sign of like God looking after you, or the angels, or your spirit guides, or your relatives that have died, looking after you. But the most common, as I say, that is the interpretation of that as the third eye opening. So our awakening and our opening up of our psychic ability and gift that we all have. Now, as I said in a video before, and I wrote it about, my grandmother used to be a healer, and there was a period while in Edinburgh that I did start to learn and about Reiki, because something that happened, already said before, years ago with my hands, and I wanted to try to understand if one of my gifts, like my grandmother, could be healings. So that's why I started to practice Reiki, so that to be able eventually to do it to other people. Now, another the things that happened while at JASP was one evening that we had a singing Tibetan Tibetan singing bowls course, where I already spoke about it, where this lady playing the bowls would the idea about playing those bowls, it was about obviously learning how to use it, but at the same time that she was teaching us that we can use it to balance and healing our chakras, okay, based on obviously on the sound and where we in which position we keep it and so on. Now, as I said, like at the end, while we were all lying in a circle with the head toward the bowls and her playing them, going all around near our heads, I started to feel this like boost of heat in my hands, followed by sort of like needles, kind of like pinching, like kind of like trying. The feeling was like those needles tried to come out of my skin, but it wasn't like painful or uncomfortable. It was just a sensation, and then like the heat became stronger and stronger and stronger. Now, that happened before the vision in meditation. So now I want more than ever to restart my understanding of Reiki. Coming to Seoul was obviously, I can see now, a turning point. I don't know if it was a complete closure with something that started years ago in Auckland. It feels like, and it's not painful. I thought it would be very painful, and I've been sad. I will be honest, for a few days, for something I perceived as now gone, but I'm actually okay. It's like that's how it has to be, and the coming year revealed me like so much of what I think it is my now path in the future, and I feel strongly that to start to focus more on my attention and my time on spiritual healing. So I will definitely started to look into like Reiki trainings and practicing. Um, First, obviously, needed to uh, balance completely my emotions that I still feel a bit underwater. But because obviously, if your intention is to practice Reiki or any kind of healing practice, you need to be balanced within your chakras. If you believe in that, has to be all open and aligned, and within you have to be in peace, because otherwise I believe that it won't work. It cannot be able to help anyone, and I think like you can't be able to basically take advantage of any of your gift. So that that vision with that eye, and by the way, a few days later, I was meditating in the evening alone, and again a high an eye came up, this time for really short time, maybe like a second. So something is definitely is telling me, and plus I've been feeling this heat in my forehead every time not every time, but most of the time I meditate, and especially if I start to focus on that. So there is some sort of like a heat and something that pushing that, if really we want to believe about the third eye, then that is a sign that something is going on there. But soul, it was definitely meant to be, because since I came, like, deja vu's is just been crazy. I mean, the last place I had such a huge amount of deja vu's, it was when I lived in Edinburgh, and since I came, like, it's been constantly this, deja vu's, this feeling of I already been here, like so many times, like this strong feeling to have been already here, to been experienced certain things, to have seen certain people. Even the fact that I seeing around so many faces, and so many faces that looks like I already met them before. So it's something like a really huge. It's something really huge. Obviously, like the dream that I had, where then show up in being actually the Templestay. Obviously, that is I think a confirmation that I've probably been here. Maybe I'm just if we believe in reincarnations and the lessons learned, then one explanation could be that I already been here before, and now I'm repeating the same lessons to learn it properly, and once you learn it, it will be gone. So it might be that I've already been here for that reason, and maybe I'm now learn what I was supposed to learn. I hope so. I mean, obviously there is so many explanation you can give about it, like some, some other explanation is that, like eventually, due to the way I was um, running my life, someone believes that you will dream, you will have dreams that literally will foretell places and people you will meet. So that's another, could be another explanation. So I have the dreams that some, like one I did remember, maybe some authors I don't remember, but the fact that there are faces that sound look familiar, and places that look familiar, like, as with deja vu sensation. It may be just that memory of dreams that I had, because based on how my life was taking me to the future, so that's the future I basically drew toward me. Now, again, if we want to believe in this, then we can believe the other idea that I do strongly believe, that everything is happening now. Whatever I feel now, whatever are my emotions right now, is gonna dictate how will be my future. So even if you go to a fortune teller, this fortune teller is able to actually tell you which and how will be your future. Well, that future can change based on if you will change how you feel now, and will change based on how you will see yourself in the future. So everything's happening right now. So whatever you feel now, joy, happiness, that's gonna dictate your kind of a happy future. Any sadness, depression, it will dictate how will look your sad and depressed future. So everything is happening in the now. Now, one thing I forgot and I remember just now, always talking about, like how soul was meant to be. When I met this girl that played a big part in my, awakening process and change and so on. When I went to meet her for the first time, when I came in Seoul, coming out from the train station, there was this advertisement literally greeting me. Soul, my soul. That for me was a confirmation that I was supposed to be here. Wish you a wonderful day. Peace and love. And namaste.